Let's go. Let's find out now.
You guys aren't super fans for nothing. Let's go. Come on. With the 32nd pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs select Clyde Edwards-Helaire, running back, LSU.
A trade here with Miami. Miami will only have 2 first-round picks. Here is Green Bay. Let's find out where they go.
You've been waiting all night for this. Let's go. The Miami Dolphins have traded the 26th pick to the Green Bay Packers. With the 26th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers select Jordan Love, quarterback, Utah State.
Okay, this is fascinating. Where's Jacksonville going?
With the 20th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Klavon Chaisson, linebacker, LSU.
Well, there you see Kayla Chaisson and company getting set to know that they are moving down to Jacksonville. Kayla Chaisson is a tour de force. He played his best at the end of the season. Over the last 4 games, including the SEC Championship and the playoffs, 5 sacks. He returned onto the field for the season opener and did all kinds of things. But the thing about Kayla Chaisson you need to know.
With the 14th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Javon Kinlaw, defensive tackle, South Carolina.
Well, perhaps another surprise, but Javon Kinlaw is one hell of a football player. His story is also amazing, but what you need to know about him is how he grew up. He split time between his mother and father in Goose Creek, South Carolina, as well as in Washington, D.C., and he spent some of that youth homeless in the nation's capital, where he would ride the metro because either it was colder than it was inside or hotter than it was outside. And he has been a remarkable story, talking about the things that he went through as a kid. He related to that sometimes in Washington, D.C., walking over dead bodies to get to where he lived. Todd McShay said he showed up at the Senior Bowl, didn't even work out, and didn't even play, rather, just went through some drills and made a bunch of money. And there you see the reaction of his father. Javon Kinlaw is now a member of the San Francisco 49ers. His story is absolutely remarkable. Booger, his story is incredible, as is what we saw on the field at South Carolina.
Without a doubt. You talk about the rich getting richer. He reminds me a lot of Richard Seymour. Long, big, and powerful. And the San Francisco 49ers are going to love it. Can he play with leverage? When you're a tall player, you got to be able to play with leverage, extend your arms, control the offensive lineman. He can do it with the best of them. Like one of the guys that I played with a long time ago, Richard Seymour, doing the same thing. Defensive linemen being able to use both hands to control the offensive lineman, they do it well. But this is now a passing league. Can you be a 3-down player? Can you rush the passer? Javon Kinlaw showed outstanding pass rush ability and power, especially at the Senior Bowl. Just like Richard Seymour, long arms, long levers. He can do it inside. And dare I say, John Lynch, they traded away DeForest Buckner. Now they get Javon Kinlaw, Mel, and this defensive line is going to be dominant once again.
With the 6th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Chargers select Justin Herbert, quarterback, Oregon.
And there you see the reaction in Eugene. One thing you won't have to worry about when you're talking about Justin Herbert, his ability to understand the playbook. He carried a GPA of over 4 while earning a general science degree with a focus in biology. I think picking up naked blitzes might not be a problem. Amazing story for him. He came on as a 6th stringer and slowly but surely worked his way up the draft chart and the quarterback chart at Oregon. He has a lot of family history. He is a kid from Eugene, Justin Herbert, and a lot of Ducks in his background. Grandfather Roger ran track at Oregon State. His other grandfather, Rich, played football at Oregon. His father, Mark, played at Montana for the Grizzlies, football and track. His brother played at Montana State, a football player there. Patrick also played at Oregon. And then there's Justin, played basketball, baseball, and football in high school. And of course, Justin Herbert wearing a Joey Harrington jersey. And now Justin Herbert. Bengals have turned in their selection. Let us go to the commissioner.
Okay, here we go. With the first pick in the 2020 draft, the Cincinnati Bengals select Joe Burrow, quarterback, LSU.
And there you see Joe with mom and dad, and you have to wonder what's going through his mind right now. Remember, when he entered the transfer portal, he said one more time he wanted to go to Nebraska, and Scott Frost, the coach, said, is he better than what we got? The answer is yes. Mel Kiper, what do you like most about Joe Burrow's game?
I'll tell you what, the improvement was so dramatic, and you were a little cautious early on, Trey, because this is a sixth-round pick going into the year, and all of a sudden, you see this guy putting up big numbers. He looks like he's got it. He's going to incorporate every receiver into the mix. They got everything going. And you start moving him up to the third round, second round. I drew comparisons to Tony Romo. Then it became Tom Brady. Then you get late in the season after he won the Heisman Trophy, you say, boy, now the pressure's on. This is championship or bust for LSU, and he didn't blink. He got behind, don't struggle in the Clemson game early, and then all of a sudden, lights out. Again, Joe Burrow's poise, his confidence, the way he manipulates the pocket, he just has that it factor. He has tremendous awareness. He slips, he dips, stays away from trouble, and then makes those accurate strikes down the field. Joe Burrow put together the best season I can ever remember a college quarterback having. As I said, you talk about the elite competition he faced, 7 opponents that were combined 77-18. That's 77-11 if you take those losses to LSU out of it. So this is a guy that every step of the way played above and beyond what anybody could have expected based on what we saw 2 years ago. I think his improvement was not only dramatic, it was historic, and I don't think we'll ever see it again, Trey.
Might happen because of the virtual reality, and we are already in with the Jacksonville Jaguars pick at number 9. Let's go to the commissioner.
Come on, keep it up. With the 9th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select C.J. Henderson, defensive back, Florida.
Well, there you see C.J. Henderson getting the phone call and realizing he is not going to go far away from where he played his college ball at the University of Florida. His hometown's in Miami. He played running back in high school. In fact,
With the 5th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select Tua Tagovailoa, quarterback, Alabama.
Well, there it is, which means for the first time since Kellen Moore, who is now the Cowboys offensive coordinator, threw a pass, we're going to have a left-hander who's going to throw a pass in the NFL.